with ball in hand. The finest player in the final in Dubai, Felipe Saturanga, gets us underway. Fiji taking on Uruguay. Fiji's first outing in Cape Town, Uruguay, with their second and final pool match. They'll be looking to cause an upset here, and it would be one for the books to beat the Fijians. Movena Vangi. Now Saturanga, simple as you like. Fiji over the line. They open their account in Cape Town.
Oh, they make it look like an easy game, don't they? Get ball back in hand, get a couple of passes, couple of fends and score. Spoke about Saturanga and what he can do in the side, but it was all about getting the ball back off of the restart and then keeping the ball alive. Looked alive, looked up, saw that the pillar of the post had moved off of that ruck time, and Saturanga just backs himself in a pocket of space. You're not going to stop him.
They call him the flying bullet. Saturanga is ready to get us started again. Fiji will be full of confidence on the back of their performance in Dubai. Not just the results, but the style as well. Rising high to tap that one back, Echeverri. But it was a dodgy pass into the midfield, and Fiji capitalize. 5 more points on the board.
Yeah, we said it was an easy game. Look at that. That's how you get 2 bang within 30 seconds. Get up, get high. The elevation in the sky from the Fijians. I don't call them the flying Fijians for nothing. Then it was all about ball collection, staying wide. You have to, if you're playing against a side like this, be so aware of your contact areas, when to offload and when to look for those offloads. At the moment, Uruguay just not getting it right.
Well, Uruguay will be happy with their return to the HSBC 7 series, but the evidence of this match wouldn't suggest that. Conceding tries for fun at the moment. They need to tighten up here against Fiji. Slapped back under pressure by Matteo Viñals. 4 tries for him in Dubai. Here's Echeverri. They've turned over possession again. Tani Vanuakula looking to move the Fijians forward. He puts it down, he gets up and he goes again. Feeds it off to guess who? Saturanga's on the fly. He's going for the line once more. 5 more points for the Fijians.
It's just so good when they get into their motion and they start looking really like liquid gold, the Fijians. Everything just happens so smoothly. Takes it into contact. Tainakuva, Lua. And then the offload, presence of mind to let it go, look for the support, had the support of Saturanga on his inside, gets a bit of a chicken wing away. 10 style points for the Fijians too.
The flag's raised once more. 7-14, 21-0. In the blink of an eye, the Fijians in full control.
Kind of making the defense of Uruguay look like a suggestion at the moment.
Up and away, crossing the 10-meter line. Vidal struggling to control. Now it's a chance for Uruguay to control some possession, make some progress. Loose placement, Facciolo watches it go through his legs. Uruguay retained possession. Pedro Hoblog, just 20 years old. So impressive in the desert. Facciolo at first receiver. Now there's some space on the outside, pinning his ears back. Tomas Echeverri. Echeverri could get here. Saturanga brings him down. What a ball on the inside for Viñals.
Oh, that's better. That's better for Uruguay. Talk about using the full width of the pitch. Really trying to get it around, sending it into hands, finding that man Echeverri. He's so important in the side and what he can do for the side. Does well to get the fend on the inside, puts the ball on the outside so you can get the fend away, gets the offload to Viñals. It could be back in it. That's how quickly the game of sevens can change.
Uruguay, do they dare to dream? 1 try on the board. What a conversion as well. Echeverri on the wing. He's got that body shape of the recently retired Tim Mickelson of New Zealand. Switching direction, Guillermo Liechtenstein hangs one high, not high enough to be contestable. Taken into contact by Jerry Matana, one of the top defenders in the Fijians' efforts on their way to the trophy in Dubai. Movena Vangi, unmistakable figure of the lanky number 4. Part of that leadership group holding together this Fijian effort, starting the next generation of heroes. Skipping it to the outside, Chochi Nasova. Uruguay know they cannot afford to miss their tackles. You allow the flying Fijians to break a tackle or two, and it's all over.
Offside.
A penalty advantage to Fiji. As they work a narrow blindside. Liechtenstein being challenged in the physical contest. Sharp passing back to Movena Vangi, waiting for the contact to come. Now the change of direction comes from Tani Vanuakula, and Fiji are going home once more. Tani Vanuakula dots down.
The art of keeping the ball alive. The Fijians have somehow mastered that art. Too soft in contact for Uruguay, not making their positive hits. You want them to go backwards, so you're not wrapping the long arms and the offloading arms of the Fijians. And Tani Vanuakula using a bit of stepping, bit of footwork and a bit of acceleration, but he gets the full points for that try.
Time off for substitutes, please.
Slamming that conversion home. Fiji take their tally to 28.
Ready?
And they're making it look like it was never in doubt. So efficient, Fiji. Doesn't take them too many passes to cross the try line, although the Uruguayan defense has tightened up since those early stages where they allowed just too many points. Ball allowed to bounce. Always a dangerous ploy in rugby. Now under pressure, tackled backwards as Brum. And Uruguay, great handoff there. They got the chance to break up field, pinning the ears back and hitting the accelerator here on the outside is Echeverri. Echeverri beating defenders well once more, looking to link without a doubt, but he's lost control of the ball, and now the lungs will be burning for Uruguay as they may just have to turn around and chase Fijians running downfield. The ball slowed up. Matana sends it midfield to Nasova. Oh, just about holding on to complete that tackle, crucially so. Play to the blind, Tani Vanuakula. Just looking for that broken tackle. Out of Dow sticks to his task, makes his tackle, as does Ignacio Facciolo. Counter-ruck strong, but not good enough from Uruguay. Fiji hear the hooter, but choose to play on, as is their want. They know they can score from anywhere, absolutely anywhere. A couple of steps, a hop, skip, and a jump, and they're jogging in for another try. The flying Fijians are living up to the name. Bukayaro scores.
And they started from deep. It all started in their own 22. Bukayaro, he was involved in a lot of what was happening up the field, setting a couple of passes together, using the footwork. Just the defense of Uruguay not getting into the faces of Fiji enough, not making them question whether or not they can give that offload away, giving them too much space. And you can't give space to a guy like this. Bukayaro gets it over, has the extras.
It's all about Fiji here in this match as they start their Cape Town campaign. They lead 35 points to 7 at halftime for the Irish. But for now, we have 7 more minutes to come from Uruguay and Fiji. The tenacious Uruguayans still fighting for every possession.
That looked good. Just got a hand in off the restart. Would have been all fair play had he not got a kick through, but giving handing possession back to Fiji. The thing with Fiji is if they start well, like they've started this game, if they start at a high tempo, getting early tries, they take all that confidence and use that as momentum. And it almost becomes a thing of then they start bullying you. And especially a side like Uruguay, they're going to look to try and bully you both on the pitch and physically.
Set.
The other team in this group, Team GB, who Fiji have yet to play. How about that for a feed from the back of the scrum, full of confidence. Fiji, Naruvalo with ball in hand, ripping up the defenses. Fiji fly away again, and they'll go trotting in for another try here to open their campaign in Cape Town. And it's starting out like a house on fire. Naruvalo over the line, scores the try.
Oh, and he ran across 3 time zones too, didn't he? Got in there. Naruvalo looked up, summed up, just a change of direction, bit of the hold of pace, and then eventually put his foot on the accelerator, realized there was nobody chasing him, got half a jog in towards the end, but the acceleration of pace immediately off the mark is incredible.
Spare a thought for our referee, George Selwood, who has to run in every try with these Fijians, and he'll be breathing heavily.
Time on.
42 points to 7 for the four-time champions in South Africa. 99, 2002, 2005, and 2018. Fiji have lifted the trophy here in Cape Town and beyond. Great restart that. The ability for Naduvalo to rise high and tap it back in the Fijian direction. They take possession again. The stop and go almost good enough to make the gap for Funaki. Recycled ball is there, breaking the tackle, racing away. Naduvalo around the corner, and he's in. Under the attentions of Ignacio Alvarez Akiki. Fiji score all the same. And it's volley to Avai in the end.
Yeah, unselfishly handing it off to volley to Avai. But this, it just becomes so easy. Gets up really high, uses those long levers. They've got a bit of a height advantage over Uruguay at the moment. So they're competing to everything in the ball and in the air. Then it was all about just ruck awareness, not looking, seeing that there was space on the outside, backing the pace on the outside. And volley to Avai gets his name on the score sheet too.
When Fiji are soaring, so is Sevens Rugby. And they look to be getting back to their very best form. 22 tournaments without a trophy. They lifted again in Dubai. How far can they go this season? Another brilliant kickoff this may be. In fact, it's drifted too far. It's crossed the plane of touch.
Might be the only thing that they've done wrong this whole game.
Straight out, free kick.
Well, Uruguay wasting no time. Ardao on the center spot, knowing what is coming with the tap and go, looking to catch the Fijians sleeping. But the Fijians are found in a very alert state, and there's no space for Uruguay to work with. Alfonso Silva, another of the debutants in Dubai, takes it forward. The knock-on from Echeverri. And Fiji turn over possession. Uruguay is going to have to organize their defenses. They know what a broken defensive line can mean against this side of all sides. Well, how about those for hands, picking up a very difficult ball and applying some physicality to the situation. Volley to Avai. Starting from just outside their own 22, committing defenders and creating that space on the outside for the very impressive Naduvalo to cut back in field and dominate absolutely everybody that comes across his path. Naduvalo is going in again, should he so choose. He passes it off to a teammate once more, unselfishly. Vunaki's going to dot down this time for Fiji.
And they've got this game on a string. The Fijians really just toying around with Uruguay at the moment. They're getting into their heads. They're almost making it look too easy, frustrating the defense of Uruguay. But no one really getting into the space. The thing with the tackle is you've got to get into the space. You've got to commit your shoulder to the hit. And if you're just going to try and reach and try and grab jerseys, this is what happens. Fiji's going to look for those offloads. They're always going to try and get the offload away. And this time around, they do exactly that and extend that scoreline.
The festive season has arrived. Always kicked off by the Cape Town leg of the HSBC 7 series. The second stop of 7 this year. Changing up the kickoff routine, making sure all their systems are firing on all cylinders. As Veilawa gets it back. Teba looking for the inside gap. That offload is class to Naduvalo. This would have been a hat-trick if he wanted it, but instead he's dotting down once more for Fiji. Having fed his friends, he feeds himself.
And this might be the highest scoring match that we've seen today. Naduvalo, after unselfishly giving it away, gets one this time. But look at that, it's just because you're not wrapping the arms of the Fijians. It's easy for them to get those levers around. Uruguay just running out of gas defensively, don't have answers to any of the questions that the Fijians are asking them at the moment. Because they're not answering them, they're just scoring more tries.
Another successful conversion. They break your defenses, they break your spirit, and they fly higher each time. Fiji, we're heading for the final minute of this one. Can Uruguay stop the bleeding? Another kick down the center. Another quality restart from Fiji. They just tap it around, retain possession. Oh, yes, please. They lower with a deadly step, and he's trotting in for yet another try.
Oh, they talk about stepping you in a phone booth. I think he'd step you in a matchbox. Terio Velawa with the fancy footwork today in Cape Town, showing off. They love playing in Cape Town, don't they? But this is just executed to perfection. Straight down the middle, gets the tap back, couple of more, and then steps him. 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, goodbye. And then the acceleration. It's just too easy. Yeah, I think you said you needed to go for surgery. You're going to have to get a couple of crutches after that one, Bully.
Keep me away from these Fijians. Keep these ligaments intact. Down to the final 8 seconds now. This will be the final play of the game. A game which has been all about the champions of Dubai, Fiji, showing that they're looking to continue their form here in Cape Town. Uruguay might have the last chance of the game. Tafenaberi in possession, well presented, well recycled. Nobody that side for Fiji, having to change direction. Shanazarov, the one change to the Uruguayan squad from their outings in Dubai. Good straight line running from Silva. Got to drag in those Fijian defenders to create opportunities for your teammates. And that pass came too late, a hospital pass of sorts, allowing Fiji's defense to charge up.
2 knock-ons and full time.
Loss of control and possession for Los Teros brings about the final whistle, and there is that hefty scoreline. Fiji win 70 points to 7.